Welcome to Computer Class, Data Science Unit 2, Big Data Part 1. Big Data. Big data is a term applied to datasets whose size or type is beyond the ability of traditional datasets. If the volume of data is large and difficult to process in traditional techniques, then it can be effectively and efficiently processed by big data analytics. It can deal with any amount of structured, semi-structured, unstructured data. The process of unstructured raw data to useful form of the organization's data form is big, big data analytics. So, big data is huge amount or huge volume of data. And then 5 V's are characteristics of big data. How we consider dataset is big data? 5 concepts: volume, variety, velocity, value, veracity. Volume. Very huge amount or huge volume of data is considered as volume. And velocity, speed of all variety of data. Variety means multiple sources like video file, audio file, CSV, PNG, JPEG, these type of files, variety of files. These files are categorized by structured, semi-structured, unstructured data. What is structured? That is tabular format. It's like rows and columns. That is tabular format. Semi-structured means the combination of structured and unstructured data. What is unstructured? That is raw data. All variety of data is in unstructured data. And then value. Every data, it has some value. That is value of data. And then veracity. What is veracity? Dumping huge amount of data. Some data packets bound to lose some in the process. What we do? Fill up these missing data and then start mining again and process it and come up with good insight if possible. Next, general techniques of big data. Association rule learning, classification tree analysis, genetic algorithm, machine learning, regression analysis, sentiment analysis, social network analysis. First, we are going to see association rule learning. What is association rule learning? This method for discovering interesting correlation between variables in large databases. It was first used by major supermarket chain to discover interesting relationship between products. Using data from supermarket, that is POS, point of sale system. Association rule learning is a type of unsupervised learning techniques that checks for the dependency of one data item on another data item and maps accordingly. Market basket analysis is a technique used by the various big retailers to discover the associations between items. For example, if a customer buys bread, he most likely can also buy butter, eggs, or milk. So these products are stored within a shelf for mostly nearby. And then applications of association rule learning. What are the applications? The market basket analysis, it is one of the popular example and application of association rule mining. This technique is commonly used by big retailers to determine the association between items. And then medical diagnosis. With the help of association rule, patients can cure easily as it helps in identifying the probability of illness for the particular disease. It is also used for catalog design and many more other applications. Next, classification tree analysis. Decision tree is a supervised learning technique that can be used for both classification and regression problems, but mostly it is preferred for solving classification problems. It is tree structured classifier where internal nodes represents the futures of a dataset, branches represents the decision rules, and each leaf node represents that outcome. In a decision tree, there are two decision node and leaf nodes are there, two nodes. Decision nodes are used to make any decision and have the multiple branches, whereas leaf nodes are the output of those decisions and do not contain any further branches. The top of the node is root node. Decision tree terminologies. Root node is a form where the decision tree starts and leaf node is the output end node. Splitting is a process of dividing the decision node. Branch or subtree is a tree formed by splitting the tree. Parent or child node, the root node of the tree is called the parent and the other nodes are called the child nodes. Genetic algorithm. The genetic algorithm is a method for solving both constrained and unconstrained optimization problems that is based on natural selection. The process that derives the biological evolution, the genetic algorithm repeatedly modifies the population of individual solutions. Next is regression analysis. Regression analysis is a statistical method that shows the relationship between two or more variables, usually expressed in a graph. The method tests the relationship between a dependent variable against independent variable. The most common form of regression analysis is linear regression, in which one finds a linear or a more complex linear combination that most closely fits. And then sentiment analysis. Sentiment analysis, also referred to as opinion mining, is an approach to natural language processing (NLP) that identifies the emotional tone behind a body of text. This is a popular way for organizations to determine and categorize opinions about a product, service, or idea. Types of sentiment analysis are very positive, positive, neutral, negative, very negative. And the next one is social network analysis. Social network analysis tools are used to analyze patterns of relationship among people in groups. They are useful for examining the social structure and independencies or work patterns of individuals or organizations. Example of social structure commonly visualized through social network analysis include social media networks, memes, spread information, circulation, friendship and acquaintances, network, business networks, knowledge networks. And the next one is machine learning. What is machine learning? Machine learning is a subset of or subfield of artificial intelligence, which is broadly defined as the capability of machine to imitate intelligent human behavior. Artificial intelligence systems are used to perform complex tasks in a way that is similar to how humans solve problems. The key elements of machine learning. What are the key elements? Representation, evaluation, optimization. Representation. What is representation? What the model looks like, how knowledge is represented. Next one is evaluation. How good models are differentiated, how programs are evaluated. That is evaluation. Optimization, the process for finding good models, good programs or generator. And then types of machine learning. What are the types of machine learning? Supervised, semi-supervised, unsupervised. And then last one is reinforcement machine learning. Supervised means under the guidance of teacher, students doing some problems, some are solutions, finding solutions. They are doing some projects, students are doing some projects, are getting some solutions under the guidance of teacher with supervised machine learning. Semi-supervised means the combination of supervised and unsupervised machine learning. Unsupervised means without any guidance, students doing some project is unsupervised machine learning. The final one is reinforcement machine learning. What is reinforcement? That is trial and error method. Thank you.